Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. So on the 29th of February, on the undercard of Mikey Garcia versus Jesse Vargas, Kal Yafai will be making a defense of his WBA Super Flyweight World title, and he is going to be defending against multi-weight world champion and former pound-for-pound king Roman Gonzalez. Now, despite Roman Gonzalez being on the downward slide, despite him being past his best, this is a massive step up for Kal Yafai in comparison to his previous competition. I personally believe this version of Roman Gonzalez would smoke anybody on Kal Yafai's resume. This is a massive step up, in my opinion, and it's really sink or swim. And I've got to say, going into this fight, my mindset is 70% of Roman Gonzalez is 100% too much for Kal Yafai. I make Roman Gonzalez a big favourite in this fight to capture that WBA Super Flyweight title against Kal Yafai. I really favour Gonzalez in this fight in a big way, to be quite honest. Kal Yafai, believe it or not, is actually Britain's longest reigning world champion, and I've got to say, ever since Yafai's held that title, I've not really been impressed. In fact, I felt he lost to Israel Gonzalez, for example. That was the fight in Monaco. I felt Yafai lost that fight. Yafai had problems against David Carmona, who had seen better days at that point. You know, Kal Yafai, as a champion, hasn't really been fighting the best competition, and he's not been looking good doing it. Roman Gonzalez is a massive step up in comparison to that previous competition, and Kal Yafai's never shared the ring with anybody of the pedigree of Roman Gonzalez, so I make Roman Gonzalez a big favourite in this fight. Can Kal Yafai outbox Roman Gonzalez for 12 rounds, keep him at bay, keep him honest, and win a points decision? I really don't see it. I think Roman Gonzalez applies way too much pressure, and not only does he apply pressure, he applies very educated pressure. He cuts the ring off extremely well. He works the body as well as anybody. He can counterpunch on the front foot. He really is a master pressure fighter, is Roman Gonzalez. And I just don't see Kal Yafai having the tools to really offset that. I can't see Kal Yafai outboxing Gonzalez for 12 rounds and getting a decision. I don't think he's got the ability to do that. And I don't think he's got the punch to keep Roman Gonzalez at bay. And if Kal Yafai were to fight fire with fire and fight Gonzalez's fight, I really believe that also ends badly for him, to be quite honest. I struggle to see a way Kal Yafai wins this fight, unless Roman Gonzalez is a lot more past it than I think. Then I really can't see Kal Yafai winning this fight. Don't get it twisted, I don't think Roman Gonzalez is the fighter he once was. In fact, I would say he's several levels below that, but I still believe he's got enough to beat Kal Yafai, and beat him fairly handily, to be quite honest. So, listen, make no mistake about it. If Kal Yafai does go and win this fight, despite me thinking Gonzalez is past his best, I will still give Kal Yafai credit, because I just don't think he's good enough even now to beat Gonzalez. So if he does pull it off, listen, he gets credit from me. I just don't see it really working out for Kal Yafai. I just believe Kal Yafai at this stage, he's never really going to be a money maker, and I'm sure he's getting paid well for this fight, so sink or swim. If Kal Yafai somehow pulls it off, then his profile raises and Eddie Hearn can put him in a bigger fight. If Yafai loses, let's be honest about it, it's not really a big blow to Matchroom. In fact, if Gonzalez wins, I'm sure Matchroom and DAZN will try and poach Gonzalez to maybe fight one of their fighters in and around that weight class on DAZN. Maybe, for example, they could make Juan Francisco Estrada versus Roman Gonzalez 2. That fight is always out there if Roman Gonzalez wins this fight. So there would be options for Roman Gonzalez on DAZN. Maybe Roman Gonzalez could even fight Julio Cesar Martinez. Martinez is at flyweight right now, and actually he's fighting on the same card against Jay Harris. But, that fight could also happen. I'm sure Martinez would move up a division to fight Roman Gonzalez. So if Gonzalez were to win, I really wouldn't be surprised to see Gonzalez sign some type of deal with the zone. You know, this fight really is a no-lose for Eddie Hearn because Kal Yafai, like I say, he's not a money-maker anyway. He's got him a big fight. If he wins, great, then he can actually develop him and get him some bigger fights. If not, then you know what, they could sign Roman Gonzalez to fight on the zone against, you know, some of their champions in and around that weight class. So for Eddie Hearn and the zone, I really think this is a no-brainer. And let's be honest, it's the fight Kal Yafai needs. You know, since winning that world title, his profile hasn't grown. He's not really fought anybody. He needs this type of fight. Like I said, Britain's longest reigning world champion, yet nobody knows who he is. He's had 5 defences of that title, and, you know, the casual audience are none the wiser on Kal Yafai. So, yeah, this fight makes sense for all parties, for Kal Yafai, for Roman Gonzalez, and for DAZN and Eddie Hearn. So, yeah, decent fight as well. Certainly one to look out for, but I do make Roman Gonzalez a big favourite in this fight. Share your thoughts below. What do you think of this fight? How do you think it's going to go? Do you believe Kal Yafai can pull off the upset? Or like me, are you picking Roman Gonzalez? I will actually be interested to see the odds for this fight. You know, maybe the bookies think Roman Gonzalez is more shot than I do. And yeah, I'm intrigued to see those odds. Maybe, well, potentially there could be a bit of money made on this fight. We'll see how the odds look. But anyway, share your thoughts below. Peace.